Hey guys, even if you're not a Leo fangirl, fanboy, whatever, there's something for everyone in this video. So, hey, welcome back to the channel. I asked you guys to vote on what you wanted because I have a lot to say, and we're going to need more than one video. But you voted here, and video was the winner, coming in hot with, interestingly enough, 33%. So thank you for voting. My next video will get back to my theory about Leo being a twin. And I'm sure you caught this. I feel like I showed them right here. These are the two that I think are both Leonardo DiCaprio's, but we're going to have a whole video on that the next time. I had way too way too much other stuff to talk about in this video, and I don't want them to be like an hour long. So, okay, let's just get to it. Thank you, Sonia M., for your insightful comment as always. I did a video on this TV show. Is it even called a TV show anymore? A streaming show, whatever, on Amazon Prime called The Summer I Turned Pretty. Very popular, like, I don't know, teen, young adult show that I don't know how I got sucked into watching it, but I'm glad I did. I loved every second of that show, not gonna lie. Some of you here in the comments told me you've been watching it too. But yes, so Sonia's comment said that she was surprised I didn't mention how the older brother actor looks so much like Leonardo DiCaprio. And then she put lab grown GMO. That will be the focus of today's video. I was asked to talk about Leonardo DiCaprio. Honestly, I wanted to in this one, but I don't want to talk about the same people too much. Here's what that video looks like if you haven't watched it yet. Basically, on this channel, I talk about things that I like and enjoy, but we, also dive into the conspiracy of it all and the occultness and satanic aspects of it all. Real quick, please, guys, do not go in my comment section and advertise channels that have thousands and thousands of subscribers. I don't really care about things like that, but I need you to understand that this channel makes zero money. My channel got pulled down. So people who are on the inside, like insiders and controlled opposition, they are the ones with thousands of subscribers making a ton of money off of their channels. I'm not, clearly. So I think it's rude to like freaking go on all of my videos and advertise their channels. These people have 50,000 subscribers. Thank you for telling me once about the channel so I can check it out. You don't need to keep advertising somebody who has really good content because they're insiders and they know stuff. I mean, I appreciate you telling me about it so I can check out the channel, but look, I'm not an insider. I feel like I'm doing a very respectable job figuring stuff out on my own. So yeah. Anyways, like I'm done with you guys leaving a billion comments about people who are getting paid for their channels when I'm over here struggle bussing like my channel got pulled down and I'm not supposed to be on here. Like, be respectful of that. Real quick, after my channel got yanked that first time around, I was sent this bullshit email by YouTube that transvestigations are bullying and harassing, and anything that could sway a political vote is considered like conspiracy content and not allowed on this platform. So how do you think that channels with thousands of subscribers are allowed to be here with the same topics like content type, transvestigations, conspiracy content for, like that's the word it was summarized under, and political stuff without getting their channel paid and being monetized? You need to use common sense there. Okay. I'm not supposed to be here and I came back the next day. So, yay for me. Back to the summer I turned pretty. The actor in question is an actor named Christopher Brinney, who you'll watch The Summer I Turned Pretty and you'll keep watching it because of him. Well, that was the case for me, just being honest. He really does give you Leo vibes. Like, he's not an exact match, but just watch the show and it's like the same kind of vibe. But I'm making this video because Sonia said she thinks that maybe there's or insinuated like maybe there's Leo clones like being lab grown or something. So maybe it's that. I have a few different shows, and ironically enough, they're my favorite shows, and they all have a Leo clone in them. um, Maybe it's less sinister than that. Maybe he has kids. They don't have to tell us the truth about anything. I'm not saying they're not clones, but maybe they're his kids too. We don't really know the truth about anything of family lives, what goes on behind the scenes. We're pretty sure that most famous people are all in the club. Pretty sure they're, trans. Pretty sure they're all from certain bloodlines, okay? All in the same bloodline. So it would make sense that these actors do have kids and we don't know that they're actually like the kids of a famous person. I'm not saying that's the case here, but it could be. Keep your mind open to that. So I wanted to share a couple of other shows where there's an actor who looks like 90s Leo, and then, you can explore and dive into that more yourself, whether you think it's Leo clones or, maybe they're his kids or relatives or something. Either one is possible. Anything, anything is possible. Um, Okay, so Christopher Brinney, that's not even a picture where he looks exactly like him. I'm going to show you something crazy. So this is him on the show. And oh my gosh, I forgot to mention the whole entire reason I'm showing this is a YouTube short that I will put the link to this in the description of this video. Yay, Leo. Leo is Team Conrad. I know that's like ridiculous, but I was 1000% Team Conrad. Christopher Brinney plays Conrad on this show. And in this YouTube short, they show Leo and say he's Team Conrad. Now, maybe he's Team Conrad because this is his clone or child. Who knows? But let's take a look at some other pictures. So here is Conrad. That's this Christopher Brinney's name on the show. Here he is on the show. And then look at this. This is from, I think, Believe Romeo and Juliet. That is super uncanny, right? I feel like there's a very strong resemblance here. This is Conrad, Conrad Fischer. That's his name on the show. Okay, now look at this. Oh, the next show you need to watch if you are like a Leo fan is Maxton Hall. This actor right here, Damien Harding, I guess. I can't remember if I started watching The Summer I Turned Pretty or this one first. Both of these shows are on Amazon Prime. I was getting like major Leo vibes from this guy. And of course, you guys, that's a huge compliment to these young actors because if you're a young, handsome actor or whatever, like who would you want to be associated with or emulating? Well, probably like the most famous, highly paid actor of our times, right? So that can only be a compliment. But yeah, this guy, I was getting like the same kind of a vibe, same kind of a feeling as Conrad Fischer character. That's, I mean, that's this guy Damien. Maxton Hall is a German show on Amazon Prime. Excellent. Loved it. It's like kind of like another young adult drama, but it's so good. Highly recommend. Um, yeah, like for a second, I was like, who am I looking at? This is Damien Harding from Maxton Hall, looking so much like a 90s Leo, right? Clone? Biological child? I think he's German, so that's kind of like not hard to believe. It's like not far fetched, is what I was looking for. The next show I need you to watch, like, I guess whether you're a Leo fan or not, like, if you want to, like, get into this conspiracy with me, there is another really enjoyable show on Netflix, young adult drama, love triangle, just like The Summer I Turned Pretty. This one is called My Life with the Walter Boys. And the actor's name is Noah Lalonde, I believe. What a great, like, teen idol crush name. And he plays this character, Cole, who reminds me so much of Christopher Brinney on The Summer I Turned Pretty. And oh my gosh, you guys, I need you to, like, he'll remind you of 90s Leo anyways, but I need you to turn this show on. It's called My Life with the Walter Boys. And when he talks, I need you to close your eyes. He has Leo's voice like down to a T. And I don't know if that's because there's a relation there. I don't know if that's because he's a Leo clone. I don't know if that's because these guys study Leo so carefully and are trying to become the next Leo. Like, I feel like all three of those things are believable. Out of the three, this guy's mannerisms, like the way he talks and just his little like facial expressions and his voice are so Leo. You've got to check that out and, get back to me in the comments and let me know what you think is going on. Here's another one of him. Oops. Before Leo, I don't remember ever seeing anybody that looked like that. I'm 46, so in my lifetime, like, I don't remember anybody looking like that. And now we have shows with like little Leo, clones or kids popping up, and it's interesting. And so there's Leo. Which Leo? That's going to be the next video. I can't wait. I have so many pictures to show you guys. The Leo is a twin thing. That was all me. I never heard that anywhere else. That was like a late night realization I had. And I was like, oh my God, I think this is a thing. When I was showing you guys that picture of him with the growing pains shirt in the mirror, that's how that started. And I've been exploring that even further. And I 100% believe I'm onto something there. Okay, so Leo, Noah Lalonde. Sorry. I mean, think about the pictures we were looking at of Christopher Brinney. That looks, whoops, sorry. That looks so much, oh my God, that looks so much like him. The first actor who I ever thought looked like kind of like an uncanny resemblance to Leo and mannerisms and stuff was this guy, Finn Wittrock. I know him from American Horror Story. Um, there were a couple of episodes. I can't remember the exact name of the series. You know how there's different ones in American Horror Story, but I believe it was the one with like the carnival. That was a good one. But there were so many times where Finn Wittrock, I was just like, gosh, like I thought I was watching Leo. I'm like, is that him, like playing a different role? So I would not be surprised to learn that this was Leo in like playing a different person. I don't know if you guys can see that, but look, that's like Great Gatsby Leo right there. That just looks like Leo with brown hair, and he's hot. So this like literally begs the question, like who is Leo? Who is Leonardo DiCaprio? I honestly, in the next one, will, like I said, look at pictures and I'll show you like both of them, who I think are both of them, but like, who are you? Like, what does it take to become one of the most famous celebrities in the world, right? I need to be careful. I am not an insider. I need to kind of be careful what I say, but I believe it's a bloodlines thing. And you heard the twins thing first here on my channel. And I am going to make another announcement that I've never heard on any other channel. So, you know how in our world of the things that we study and read about, we've learned that movies are actually truth, right? Like they reveal the truth through movies because I can't remember if it's part of like a satanic clause or a Freemason thing where it's like, I think it's a satanic thing where like they have to tell you the truth. They sprinkle the truth through movies and shows, maybe music, like whatever. Symbolism obviously is a big one. And they're giving you the truth. Whether we pick up on it or not, I think they think like that's on us, but they're doing their part. So I'm just going to throw this out there as, a lot of the times I feel like I've been right about stuff. Like this one might be a reach. But what about, Titanic? Like, so famous of a movie, and you have Leo who became like so super duper famous after that. What does he shout here? What if that's true? Just stop and think about it. What if that's true? I'm the king of the world. Like, just think about it. Is it that big of a reach? You're probably royalty. You're probably from like a, royal bloodline. Um, That's what I would guess, anyways. He does not look like, all these actors have a backstory where you were like struggling and all of that. And it's like, we just have to decide what we believe. Do we believe he grew up like a poor kid in Los Angeles? Or is he from like this royal bloodline and is he the king, like king of the world? I don't know, but I love that. I love this theory that I'm thinking about. So, how hot would that be, anyways? Like, that, I would love that. Have you guys ever seen the Swedish royal family? This is like a very beautiful royal family. A lot of people think, I think this guy's name is like Prince Carl. I forget what channel I watched years ago who they were convinced that this guy plays Johnny Depp and like a bunch of other people. And one of you then said his daughter, who's like a little older now, like it plays a lot of like the young actresses, like, well, Johnny Depp's daughter and that Madeline Klein, who I said looks so much like Johnny Depp's daughter. Um, like this could be like Leo and Toby. I don't know. Like, what about this guy looks like Christian Slater down here? So I don't know. There was one channel that said this whole Swedish royal family played all of the Jacksons. And by the way, guys, I am a little disappointed in you. I posted that Michael Jackson's birthday thing on August 29th, and really none of you gave me any conspiracies. Like, I was like, what's your favorite one? There are so many about him. I'm a little afraid to talk about him on this channel. I have my reasons, but I've got so many good ones, including a twin theory with him that's extremely once you see it, it's so believable, and I can't take credit for that. This guy MJ Conspiracies, who I used to talk to, he made me aware of that one. But somebody said this whole Swedish family plays the Jacksons, and like I think they were like, this is LaToya, which Like maybe. So I can just definitely see Leo, is probably from a royal family. And this kid, I think this is Prince Oscar. He's so punk rock. I love this kid. I love him. He's so cute. Little badass. So yeah, that's where my mind is at the moment. Not to mention, if you've never seen Man in the Iron Mask, you need to watch that movie. I didn't get back to you guys to close the loop on that one, but I feel like I was wrong. I will admit when I'm wrong. I was like, when I made that first Leo as a twin video, I said, what if the man in the Iron Mask is both of them? Not to spoil the plot for you, but this movie's been out forever. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. There's two of them. I think he plays King Louis the 14th or something. I don't know. I suck at Roman numerals. But he's playing the king, and one of them, like the brothers, is locked up in a dungeon with a mask, and they reveal the brother, and it's his twin, and they switch places. And I thought maybe both Leos are in that movie, but I think I was wrong. I think it's just the one. I will specify when I make the next video. We will look through a bunch of pictures. There it is, King Louis. I don't know. I suck at kind of like history, geography, and Roman numerals. So whoever that is, I have not said one single thing about Leo's, like the whole dating thing and this and that. I can't believe people even care. But number one, I don't believe it. And now I'm just going to be petty and just boo. I don't like this one. I'm tired of this one. This one has a real big jaw. And the only reason I'm even showing it, I was on Reddit, like reading something, and this article popped up about how this one has a picture, like a tiny picture of Leo from Growing Pains on his cell phone. I said his. I'm just gonna, like, this is the manliest looking one out of all of them. Doesn't that look like Finn Whitrock right there? Um, I don't know. I was like reading this whole thing how Kate Winslet is telling him to get married. We don't know what's true, but if that's true, like, be quiet, Kate Winslet. Like, if everything they've ever said is true, she's been in love with him her entire life. Like, why would you tell somebody you like to get married when you want them for yourself? Just, that's foolish. Just knock it off. I think Kate Winslet as Adele is like the actual reason why I was wanting to show you that picture. That was like another late night realization. Aren't they both from like England or something? But yeah, I think Kate Winslet plays Adele. And then I found this picture of a very creepy looking Celine Dion with Adele. And remember, Celine Dion did that whole song in Titanic. So yeah. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and believe that. Ugh. Not a fan. Adam's apple, her jaw is like 20 feet long. I'm probably just being petty and jealous, but I do actually, like, I see these things, so I'm saying it. And there's the picture from Growing Pains. Like, why wouldn't you have a picture of your way your boyfriend looks now? If that's even your boyfriend. I don't I don't believe it. So Leo has this new movie coming out next weekend, one battle after another, and I'm going to have to wrap this up soon, guys. I just want to lay here and be like lazy and weird, but I have to go to this School of Rock rehearsal on a Sunday. Um okay, one battle after another. There's a lot to talk about with this too. Hang on. There's a couple things I need to talk about real quick about this movie, but are you guys going to see it? I I want to, but okay. I don't get political on this channel. The most political thing I've ever mentioned was that Charlie Kirk thing, how I thought it was a psyop the other day. And like, honestly, I feel like if you're like left or right or whatever, like you're really not even ready for a channel like this, because there's Republican, there's Democrat, and there's people like us who think politicians are wearing masks and like Donald Trump might be Elvis, right? Like those are my political beliefs. But I am not a fan of agendas in general. Agendas, they're meant to brainwash the masses, and you need to be smarter than that. You have to be like look past them. And like the I'm not a fan of extreme right, but these crazy ass extreme woke left people are on my last nerve. Can't stand it. I went over 40 years of my life without having to say pronouns. You know what I mean? I'm done with that horse shit. I think it's an agenda. I think it's all just ridiculous. And the one thing I have to, like, I love Leo, but I have to say, like, I saw the trailer for this One Battle After Another. That movie is almost 3 hours long. And what did they say in the trailer? Like, what, how long is a movie trailer? Like 2 minutes? I don't know. Something like that. He had to make like say something to his daughter in the movie, who he makes some joke about they them. This movie is 3 hours long, but they them had to make it into the trailer. That's how you know things are an agenda, guys. Come on. So I told you I'm in this local production of School of Rock, right? That cast is 85, like 89% all kids. We have to go around the room because theater people are very liberal, right? That's not, like honest, like that's, we know that. We know this. Theater people are very liberal. Every day we go there, we have to check in and say our name and our fucking pronouns. And like, half these kids are like, they, them, fuck this. It's driving me crazy. Okay, I literally have to get going. I'm going to be late for this rehearsal. But yeah, that is to brainwash, and it's working. So the fact that they showed that in the trailer kind of makes me want to say fuck this, because like, do we even care about Oscars? Like, go see the movie. I'm a Leo fan. I'm not saying don't go see it. There's a few reasons why we have to see it. Okay. The Academy Awards now have these like DEI requirements. You have to have these certain things or it doesn't win an Oscar. Like they just have all these ridiculous categories. If you want a more in-depth video about this, I can make it, but just Google Academy Awards diversity and inclusion. I'm not some asshole that doesn't believe in equality, but I just feel like artistic people and creative people should be able to make the work that they want without having a list of 20 things or your movie can't win an Oscar. Or who cares about the fucking Oscar? It's like, seems like a joke now that you have to check off this box and check off that box. You can't just be creative and make the work that you want to make. Now it has to fit these boxes, check off these boxes. So to me, that's bullshit. Ugh. Yeah, I do get upset about it because I can't stand all this stuff being forced down everybody's throat. All right, what else? Paul Thomas Anderson. Okay. This video is getting long. In almost all of the press I've seen for this movie, Leo was saying, I finally get to work with Paul Thomas Anderson. I finally get to work with this director. And he was saying how he was like, I think, auditioned or was offered the role in Boogie Nights, which was, of course, Mark Wahlberg played that. And I watched it over the weekend just to refresh my memory. I honestly can't remember if I saw that back in the day. I don't think I did. So I had to watch it over the weekend because Leo wasn't in that movie, but you know who was? Philip Seymour Hoffman was in Boogie Nights. And I was like, wait, like, hold up, just wait, because a lot of you guys have told me Philip Seymour Hoffman is played by Leo. I will tell you, I went back and looked at pictures of different movies Philip Seymour Hoffman was in early on. I think Scent of a Woman was one of them. This 1000% in this movie is not Leonardo DiCaprio. This guy is this is Philip Seymour Hoffman, the same Philip Seymour Hoffman that was in Scent of a Woman, I'm pretty sure. But then in more recent years, like I believe they said this guy passed away, which is probably a lie. Anyways, it seems like Philip Seymour Hoffman morphed into then Leonardo DiCaprio was playing him. I mean, this looks like him just with gray hair. You know what I mean? This looks like Leo playing a role. So basically, like, I had to do some digging because we know that Leo, Philip Seymour Hoffman, like, we've seen that looking a lot like Leo. And he kept talking about Boogie Nights and this director, but I do not believe this is Leo as Philip Seymour Hoffman. Like, I think it was the actual guy. And at some point, Leo and or Matt Damon took over. I mean, that looks like Leo playing Philip Seymour Hoffman right here. He didn't even put on a disguise on that day. Sometimes it looks more like Matt Damon, and then you need to watch my Stillwater mindfuck video where I get confused watching Stillwater because it goes between Leo and Matt Damon. Like, it's a Matt Damon movie, but it looks like Leo the like majority of the time. Like, here's Philip Seymour Hoffman. They're saying it's him, but that is Matt Damon to me. That one looks like Leo. That one looks like Matt Damon. Look, they have different mouths. Well, like, kind of. It's so confusing. You know who else is in one battle after another, and like there's a couple reasons why I have to go see this movie. You guys alerted me to the fact that this actor who I told you I don't know who that many actors are. I never even heard of this guy, Benicio del Toro, but I remember you in my comments telling me that this guy is played by Brad Pitt. Do me a favor. This is Brad Pitt with dark hair and a mustache, right? So basically Leo and Brad Pitt are in another movie together, so I'm definitely going to go watch it and keep track of all the bullshit that, ensues while I'm watching the movie. I'll probably like have to write it down cuz there's a lot of shady stuff already and the movie hasn't even started. That's definitely Brad Pitt. And thank you to whoever pointed that out to me. These people they're just ridiculous. Like, I don't know. Oh my God. It's almost 1 o'clock. I'm going to be late. My practice starts at 2. I have to go. I hope you enjoyed this. I will be back with pictures of both Leos and we'll do the twin thing. Bye. Thanks for watching.